Okay, so I know I mentioned that I'm not going to do tutorials, but what I meant was I'm not going to do tutorials of other people's stuff. So, like I said, 90% of what I've learned from Crystal over at Bag a Day. But I actually, sorry, I took a sip of my seltzer. I actually made this up. Sure, one of her projects was an influence on it, but I kind of took it and made it my own. So I'm going to go ahead. I've had a couple people ask me how I made it, so I'm going to go ahead and share that with you guys. So I started with Paradigm Shift 100% mercerized cotton. I bought that from Cascade Farms. It was on sale at the time, and I think I bought like 8 or 9 of them. Maybe more. I don't know. It was beautiful. At the time, I was thinking bath towel or kitchen towels or anything to do with the kitchen. So I figured if it was on sale, such a great sale, why not stock up? So it is this ball here. Now, I'm not sure if they're still available. I've had these about a year. So it's color number 5, 371 yards. You're probably going to need at least 2 of these, okay? Or at least 1 and then some, depending on how big you want to make your towel. So again, the hooded towel is the perfect weight to use after the shower so that you can keep your hair, out of the way. You can twist it, tie it up, and leave it on your head for a while you put on your makeup or do whatever else. So that is pretty much why I created it, because I am picky about what I wear on my head after the shower. I know that sounds weird, but anyway. Okay, so I am using a 5mm hook. This is my favorite hook. I think it's from Yarnspirations, but it's just the right weight for me. Kind of like writing with a pen. If it's the right weight, then I feel like I can do my work better. So also, I'm not starting with a certain number of chains. I'm starting with a certain length of my chain row. So I want a chain row that's 32 inches. So this ruler here is 16. So I'm going to do twice that. So just going to do a chain row. And by all means, you can count them if you want, but like I said, I don't count. I know how long it has to be when I'm done. So I'm going to go ahead and make this chain 32 inches, and then I will be back to you as soon as I get that part done. All right, so I have the chain is at 32 inches, okay? I didn't mention, and I'm sorry, but try not to make the chain too tight. And that reason is once you start doing your rows, if it's too tight, then it's going to kind of arch. It's going to look funny. So if you're wondering why I have this stitch marker here, it's because this is one of my first in tutorials, and I just need to know where to put my hands. So, all right, so we've got 32. So I'm going to chain 1, so obviously, 32¼ inches. And then what I'm going to do is, not this one here, but so not the one on our hook, but 1, 2. I'm going to half double crochet into that second one from our hook, okay? So the stitch I'm going to be doing is the one that I just learned, and I'm absolutely obsessed with it and in love with it. And it is the knotted half double. It works wonderful for this. And once you get going, you're just going. So, okay, so how you work it is you yarn over, pull up a loop. So you have that, yarn over, and go through the next one and pull up a loop, and then just pull through all of them. I do struggle with this yarn, so it does slow me down a little bit. But there you go. It's really a pretty stitch. I think the finished product makes it well worth struggling with it. So again, yarn over, go right back into the stitch you just were in, pull it up, yarn over, go in, pull it up, and go through. And there you go. Like I said, I just learned this stitch from Crystal over at Bag-A-Day, and I fell in love with it. I used to use just a half double crochet for this towel, but I really feel that this stitch is just so much better for it. Gives it a little bit more hardiness to the whole towel itself. So we're just going to keep going all the way down the length of the towel, all the way down the whole thing, doing this same thing. Okay, really important, don't chain one after, and make sure you yarn over and go into the same stitch, and then yarn over and go into the next one. Okay, so those are the two important things, and then you pull it through, and there you go. All right, and it's starting to look pretty cool, right? So I really like it. So again, I apologize if I get out of the camera. So here we go. We're gonna yarn over, we're gonna go in, pull it up, yarn over, go into the next one, pull it up, and we're gonna go through all three. I do find that although it takes a little bit longer, it does help. Here, I'll show you. So once you yarn over, go in, pull it up, if you just do this a little bit, it straightens them on your hook, and then you can yarn over, go into your next one, and again, give it a little bit of wiggle. It does slow you down a little bit, but it does help you pull it through without struggling with the yarn itself. So we'll do it one more time, maybe a couple more times, so you can see. There you go. Simple as that, all the way across, and it just gives it just a prettier look than a regular half double. So we're going to go all the way to the end, and I will meet back up with you there. So I wanted to show you real quick. I'm going back to fix this part right here. My chain must have got twisted. So you see how nice it looks, all of these? And then those look weird. So I'm going to head and pull these out. Make sure the stitches are sitting right, and then I'm going to redo them. So I'll meet you back at the end. Okay, so I'm at the very last stitch here, and I'm going to do the regular. Okay, cross over, yarn over, use the right terms, pull up a loop, give it a little jiggle, and then pull it through. Then I'm going to chain one and turn my work. Now, just to be secure in how many you have, you can count these. 1, 2, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 30, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 60. That's 60. 1, 6, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, so it's 114. So just in case you want to check yourself in a couple of rows and make sure you have the same number, it's 114. And then seriously, all you're going to do is you're going to go right back in to here, do a half double, And you're starting and ending every single row the exact same way. And you just start back over again and keep going all the way. And this is what you're going to be doing for as wide as you want your towel. And you see it's really a cool pattern. So you just keep going. And yeah, it comes out pretty cool. I love the pattern. I'm just absolutely in love with it. So that is what we're doing so far. So you just keep going all the way back and forth, like I said, for as wide as you want it. Now, my towel that I shared with you guys was half as wide as it was long, so it was 16 inches. So once I get it to 16 inches, I will share with you how many rows that is. But for right now, you just keep going, doing this, literally exactly the same thing for every row until you get the size towel that you want. And then I will meet back up with you once I get it to where I want it to be. Okay, so as you can see, I wanted to measure this, and it is, we've got 8 inches. So I'm halfway there as far as the width of the towel, and you can see I have this much left of the one cake that I had. So you're gonna need at least one more, maybe not the whole thing, but by the time we sew together the hood and everything else, you're gonna need at least one more. So yeah, I will catch back up with you when I get to that part. It's coming along good. It's, you know, repetitive, but it's a beautiful stitch. Look at this. And I'm going to be calling this my sunrise hair towel. So this will be the sunrise hair towel, or sunset, but I considered sunrise because, you know, you usually shower in the morning when you do your hair. So, all right, I will see you in 8 more inches. Okay, so I'm coming to the last few stitches. And I did count it out. It's 38 rows. Okay, so 38 rows of this. And, okay, now I'm at the end. I'm all tangled up. All tangled up. You can't even see that I'm tangled up, but I am. So I have to record in here today because the sun is so bright in my craft room right now. I can't do it. So, all right, so we're going to finish up all the way to the end. And the very last one, do it just like you do all the others. Here we go. Boom. Isn't that so satisfying, the very last stitch? Okay, so the trick here is to give yourself enough of a tail. I suppose I could leave it. Let's try leaving it and see what happens. Okay, so you lay it out. Here we go. Now we need to form the point, okay? So you're gonna fold it. I still haven't tucked my tails, but you're gonna fold it so it's right down the middle, okay? See how it's like that? I'll just tuck them in there for now because they're bothering me. All right, so you fold it so it's right down the middle, straight as can be. Line each row up, okay? Now, looking at this, there might be some of you that are like, I would have to color control this, but I like the haphazard pattern that the yarn created, so I just let the yarn create it, okay? So, actually, I am going to fold it the other way because I am a right-hand crochet and I don't want to have to flip it around. So, same idea. Just make sure you're working out, pull it up enough so you don't pull it out. That would be annoying. All right, same idea. Fold it right in half. Okay, as straight as you can get it. Your working yarn, here we go. Okay, and there we have it. Okay, so there's gonna be the hood. Again, you can tuck those in. We will hide the tails later. And there, so goes right across here. Make sure everybody's folded on the same row. So we're all right across the same one, okay? Because you do want it as straight as possible. And you line your little rows up like that. So what do I do with my hook? There it is. All right, how are we doing? I keep leaning on the table, so I'm hoping I'm not shaking it too much, but I might be. Okay, so we're just going to stitch. We're gonna make a seam right here. Okay, now, however you want the seam to look. Now, in one of mine, you can see the seam, in another one, you cannot. So it's totally up to you. So once I make that initial hook, where I know it's hooked together pretty well, I can get more comfortable. And I'm just gonna do stitch for stitch, row for row, and put these together. I'm going to do a slip stitch. I find that they are, I don't know, they just seem cleaner to me. So we're gonna do that. If I can get myself together, get it together. So you're gonna go the 2 here and the 2 here, okay? And you're gonna slip stitch through it. As I said, you could do a single crochet if you want more of a pronounced seam, but I don't wish to. So you're gonna do 2 there, 2 there. We're gonna do this all the way across. Okay. Lining them up because you want everything to line up so your hood sits as comfortably as possible on your head, okay? And you know what? It'll take you a little bit to get used to it. Like I said, I haven't done this in a little while, so I'm kind of guessing my way through it again, but these tails keep poking out at me. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm going to slip stitch all the way across using just the top 2. See how that one's hiding right there? I want just that one. There you go. And you can see that you're getting a nice little seam there without really seeing the stitches. So I will get back to you as soon as I get to the end. So now we need to line up the button and the loop that goes with the button. So super simple for this. You're just going to do 2 rows of single crochet long enough to go around the button. So you're going to chain 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. How's that look? So you're gonna attach it here and here, and it's gonna go around the button, right? So we're gonna, let's do 12, 11, 12. Okay, we're going to go back, do a single crochet in every loop, or in every chain, I'm sorry. I'll probably cut through this so that you don't have to watch me single crochet, because I always fumble with the first row. Isn't that funny? I have a hard time holding on to the first row. So you can also do the half double, the knotted half double for this if you want. Be consistent with it, but I find it just works fine with this as well. Okay. So for sturdiness, I'm going to do 2 rows of this. Okay. That's one. Yeah, that's good. And then one last one. Chain one, turn the work, and do one more row because you want it to be, you're going to be pulling on it and stuff, so you're going to want it to be sturdy enough. Okay. Okay, that's 4, all the way down till you get to the end. And again, just let the color, if you do a yarn like this, just let the color be the color. If you decide you want to color code it or make it a specific color, you have somebody that loves just one color and not another, that's fine. But with yarn like this, I just kind of let it express itself. And I was thinking, what a pretty set this would make for like a camper or a pool house or a camp or, you know, a beach house or something to that effect. All right, so there is the latch. So we're going to pull that through, tie it off. Okay, now we want to tie or sew this on right smack dab in the middle, line right up. So I'm going to need my needle. Okay, and we're just going to sew it on. The easiest way that you want to do it. It really doesn't matter. Again, this is your towel, so how you make it easy for yourself, you know, is the way to be. If you ask anybody that knows me, when they say, how do you want me to do this? I always say, however it's easiest for you. If there was a way to do it that would absolutely work better than another, I would tell you, but however you like to do it, go ahead and sew that on there. I'm just legit sewing it on tight. Now remember, you're going to be, every time you use this towel, you're going to be pulling on this. So make sure you stitch it on strong enough is my word of advice to you, okay? Stitch it on there strong enough so it's going to withstand you pulling and poking at it, because that is going to be very important. Okay, that's tight there. And then I just kind of sneak through here, sneak through like I'm hiding my end, but I'm actually going to use it on the other end to sew this on as well. So I'm going to come right up through here. Do. Okay, and again, you want to get it as even as possible and as tight as possible. I go around it a few times. I mean, you can always repair it if it pulls off, but, you know, try to avoid that if you can. So here's this. One more through here. Okay, that's a good one. Push it back through here. Now I'm going to also take the tail on this end and I'm going to feed it through. So that they're all on this side here and I can tie them off and then I can hide my ends. Okay. I will hide my ends, I promise. All that's left now is the button and I gotta go get one, so hold on. Right. So I found the perfect color button, in my opinion. And we're going to sew it on. I always have trouble knowing which needle to use because, well, it still works for the thread. It might not fit through the holes in the button. So pull that through, sew this on. Again, you're going to be pulling on this a lot, so try to make it as sturdy as possible when you're sewing it on so you don't have to replace it that often. I'm pretty sure I'm only going to be able to get through here 2 times. I will try a third and see if it works, because you never know until you ask, right? Oh, haha. Little help with pushing it through on the table. And then, oh yeah, this is going to be iffy, so I'll just push it through on the table. Haha, there we go. All right. So now, pull that nice and tight, clip it off. We're going to knot it. Again, here, let me do this. See how they're so far apart? So I'll just do it like I'm hiding my end and go through here so that the ends get closer to each other and I can knot them together easier. Bring it right in there. Maybe I'll do it that way. All right, there we go. Pull that in there. Tie these off nice and tight. Again, I will hide the tails. I just want to show you. Ta-da! All right, let's go ahead. I know you've seen hiding tails a million times, but I don't want to put this on my head with tails sticking out. So I'm going to go ahead and hide at least the ones that are going to show when I display this for the first time. I am excited. It's one of those projects that I'm glad it's finished, and I think it's going to be really pretty. And I might hang this in my camper, because I am going to make a washcloth and a hand towel to match it. So one end hidden, and this one can go right through all these and hide in there. I'm not the best at hiding my ends. I think they're hidden, and then I start using the item, and then like a month into it, I start seeing ends. So don't take advice from me on how to hide them. I do try to go through the yarn a couple of times, and then some really weird ways, but they tend to always pull out on me. I put the needle in first when the thread is this short so that it'll fit. Okay. End is hidden. Might as well hide this one since I'm at it, right? Can't just run around with our tails hanging out. Make a t-shirt that says always hide your tail, or always tuck your tail. How's that? Always tuck your tail. That's funny. I might actually do that one. Okay, in and out. I'm just weaving it back and forth. And the fun thing with this yarn is the colors are so random that if your tail that you're hiding actually shows, you won't really notice it because of the different colors in here. Boom. I'm going to go ahead and pull it through the other side. Where did that go? In here. So I'm going to go ahead, pull it through the other side, and clip it off on the inside. Here we go. There's this one done. And then cut these the same length. And we're going to hide them. I'll take the orange one this way, line through here, through here. Don't you just love tucking tails? Oi. I do not. Not my favorite thing, but a necessity nonetheless. So here's that one. Clip. I always get so nervous clipping the tails. I'm so afraid I'm going to clip the piece itself. How sad would I be? Oh, I would be so upset. Not the end of the world, but I would be upset. Okay. So, boom. Might as well set this here. Let's look. We got another tail here. So we're gonna hide that right in here. Actually, I could hide the orange one, orange-ish one, in here. Back up through here. The more time you take doing this now, the less you have to deal with it when it's done, right? I'm trying to train myself that. At this point, I just want to be done. I'm so impatient. It's ridiculous, but it's what I do. All right, and then I'm going to take this green one, and I'm actually going to go under here, and I'm going to hide it right in the tie itself, right in the loop itself. And that way, we're keeping the colors as close as possible. Boy, my hands don't want to work sometimes. Okay. All right. Here we go. The reveal. Do I have all my ends? Of course not. Why would I have all my ends done? Oof. All right, here we go. One more tie in for the end. This was our starting end. It's a little frayed, but I got it. Okay. That in there. Okay. Where's that other one? That's there. Here, these two. I believe these are the last ones. Dagnabbit, they better be. I know. Patience is a virtue. I have never been very patient. I try to be, but pull these two at the same time. They can both hide in there. Okay. Are we ready for the reveal? Haha. All right, my hair's a mess because I had already put another one on. Okay, here we go. You ready? Here's the big test. We're gonna pretend my hair is wet and we're gonna tuck it up under here and twist the towel. Twist it, twist it, twist it because I'm wringing out my hair. And around I go. Where is it? Ready? Ta-da! There it is. There it is. I love it. So hopefully you followed along. Hopefully I wasn't too fast or too impatient. Ignore the mess behind me. Yeah, so here it is. For those of you that asked for the tutorial for my head wrap, here it is. And I'm just going to follow this same pattern, make smaller versions. I'm going to do a washcloth and a hanging towel. So I will show you those when I'm done with them. But for now, here you go, as promised. All right. I hope you enjoyed my tutorial. If you do, please give it a like, give it a subscribe if you have not subscribed to me yet. I also have a lot of links down in, I'm gonna turn this because of the sun. I have a lot of links down in the information box. So check out the links that I have there. Check out my Etsy store, which is Fortunate Finds in Etsy. Yeah, share. If you, don't wiggle your head too much. If you like this video, you like any of my videos, please share them with somebody who might not see it in their feed. So that way we get more people. All right, we're up to almost 390. I would love to hit 400. Let's say by Valentine's Day. That'll be a gift. Valentine's Day, we'll hit 400. All right, I hope you have a great day. I hope you had fun with this. And I hope you always like to be creative. Come on back. I'll see you next time. Have a great day.